Hi, thanks for joining my lesson, first one in a while. This one is going to be on a Gary Moore solo taken from the concert One Night in Dublin, which I think was a tribute to Thin Lizzy singer Phil Lynott. This is from a slowed down version of a Thin Lizzy song called Don't Believe a Word. So, really beautiful solo, really tasteful, shows off Gary Moore's licks. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, come in for a close-up and we'll have a look. Thanks. So Don't Believe a Word, slowed down version by the late Gary Moore, one of the greatest blues rock guitarists of all time. He played the song quite a lot live, certainly if YouTube's anything to go by. And he did this kind of first half of it being a slowed down version and then kicking into the more well-known fast version, heavy version. I thought he co-wrote this song with Phil Lynott because he was obviously with Thin Lizzy at various points as their guitarist, but doing my research I don't think he did. No, I'm not entirely sure. But it's a great song and it's a great solo, and he plays it kind of slightly different each time, but the basic structure's the same. So I thought maybe there wouldn't be other lessons teaching this particular version, and I'm right, but there are people teaching him doing a slowed down version from other gigs. But anyway, I digress. So the chords in the background are essentially going to be 2 bars of A minor, and then we've got D minor, C, G, and then it goes to A minor, G, F, back to the D minor, C and G, and then repeats that all again. So for the A minor, you're kind of hearing this riff going on. Which is sliding up 5 to 7, and then 5 to 7 on the A string, and then 5 on the D, 5 on the G, 7 on the D, and double stop 5 and 5 on the G and the B. And then for the other chords you can just strum them, pick them, however you want. So that twice. That's what we're playing over. So primarily we're going to be using the A natural minor scale. There's a few kind of chromatic notes chucked in, but essentially it's that. So I don't want to dwell too long because I've had a few comments saying I take too long with these lessons. It's very hard to gauge what level I'm talking to, so I try and go as slow as possible. But this one I'm going to try it for size and go a bit faster. So we're going to start off so rewind what we're doing there. So on the and, so 1 and 2, and we're going to hit that 7 on the D. Then going to do a half bend on the 7 of the G. Don't sound the release and play the 7 again on the G. And then 5 on the D, 5 on the G, sorry. quickly do another little half bend on the 7 again on the G. So, and then don't sound the release again and pull off, pick it again and pull off from 7 to 5. And then hit the 7 on the D where we started. Bit of vibrato, so. And then your Albert King style. We're going to be striking the 5 on the G and then 7 on the D. And then we got this little chromatic bit here, which is 3, 4, 5 on the A string. So 3, 4, 5 on the A, 3, and then 5 on the D, slide up to 7, and then 5 and 7 on the G. And then we've got 6 on the B, 5 on the high E, 8 on the high E, 10 on the high E. Pick again and bend up a step. And then pick it again unbent, so. Bit of vibrato. And then do kind of a half bend to finish and mute it. So all together so far. And then we move down to position 1 of the A minor, A natural minor. So what we're doing now, we're starting off with 5 on the B and then 5 on the E, and 7 on the E, half step bend, don't sound the release, play again the 7 and then the 5, and then 5 again on the B. Full step bend on the 7 of the G. Quite a wide vibrato, hold that for a bit. So after the vibrato, then come down to the E again and play 5, 7, do another half step bend. Pick it again. And then hammer on and pull off 5, 7, 5. And then play 8 on the B. Hammer on and pull off 5 and 6 on the B. So 5, 6, 5. And then 7 on the G. And then hammer on and pull off 5, 7, 5 on the G. On the G, 4 on the G, then 7 and 5 on the D, and 7 on the A, and then 3 on the A, and slide up to the 5. So from where should we go from? So from here. That's the first half, so I'm going to go through it all from the start really quickly. So next bit we're going to move up the neck, and we're going to be playing kind of position 3 and 4, pattern 3 and 4 of the minor pentatonic, sorry, natural minor. And we're going to start off with this. Which is a really lovely little riff to play, because you're kind of playing it in between those two patterns rather than one or the other. So we're going to start off with this full step bend on the 13th fret of the E string. If you can, try and rake a few strings. Get that raking sound, but it's not essential. And we're not going to sound the release, and we're going to play the 12 after that. So naturally you kind of almost want to play the 13 again, but we're not. We're going to bend it up 13 and then pick the 12. So 12, 10. Pick the 10 again and hammer on back to the 12. Do a half bend on the 12. So pick it, bend it up half a step, pick it again unbent, and then pick the 10 again. See? So listen to the version that I'm copying here, or my intro, to try and get the timings right for that. Vibrato, more vibrato, and now we start this very difficult run. The first half, which is descending in pitch, is quite tricky but relatively doable. It's quite slow, and then he speeds up a lot to come down, which I'll explain in a second. But yeah, it took me a while to get that up to speed. So what we're doing, I'll play it all the way through at a relatively slow pace. So what we're doing there, so we just come off of this, and then we're going to go 10, 13 on the B, 10, 12 on the E, 13 on the E, back to 12, and then hammer on and pull off 10, 12, 10. And then 13 on the B, back to 10 on the E. So 10, 13, 10, 12, 13, 12, hammer on, pull off, 13 on the B, 10 on the E, 12 on the B, hammer on and pull off 10, 12 on the B this time. Up to you whether you want to use middle and ring or ring and pinky. I'm fairly inconsistent on those, so I'm not going to tell you what's best. And then finish that descending run with 12, 10, 9 on the G, 12, 10, 9 on the D, and then 12 on the A. So I've missed out a bit there. So after the hammer on and the pull off on the 10 to 12 on the B string, we then play 12 on the G, back to 10 on the B, and then we go 12, 10, 9 on the G, 12, 10, 9 on the D, 12 on the A. Talking of which fingers to use, I think Gary Moore, I read once, I'm not sure it's true, I wasn't checking, primarily only used first and middle, which doesn't make sense. He must have used the ring as well, but I don't think he used the pinky. But anyway, up to you. So the descending bit again. And this is where it gets tricky. Basically what we're going to be doing, I'll tell you the notes slowly and then we'll try and work out how to play them quicker. So after we played the 12 on the A, we're going to go 10, 12 on the D, 9, 10, 12 on the G, 10, 12, 13 on the B, 10, 12, 13, 15 on the E, and that's basically it. I'll move on to the next lick after that. So a slight delay between the 13 and the 15. I think it sounds like he's doing legato, but it's so quick I couldn't work it out, no matter how much I slow down the video. But I would personally do it kind of legato, so hammering on. If you can do it picking individually, that's cool as well, but I just, yeah. What makes it slightly tricky is the fact we're starting on 10th fret on that D string. If we actually started, played another note from the scale and started on a 9, kind of flows a bit more easily. But yeah, he starts on the 10, so, and also try and mute as you're coming down the strings that you're not playing, that also helps. So after we finish that tricky, speedy bit, we're going to end up having just picked the 15. We're then going to pick it again and do a full step bend. Don't sound the release. So we picked it once and then again. Pick it again. 12, so. Do a full step bend on the 15 of the B this time, so again, don't sound the release. Play the 12 again on the E. Come up to the 14 on the G, bit of vibrato, and then pick 13 on the B, slide down, so. And then we finish the song. Not every guitar has a 22nd fret, which you need to for this last bit, so I'm going to teach you how to play it down here as well. I do both. I actually think I prefer it down here because I struggle to bend the 22nd fret, basically. But what it should sound like is at this end. Up here it'll be. And what that is 15 to 18 on the B, 17 on the E, 20 on the E, 22 on the E, pick and bend up one step. Don't sound the release, pick it again, pull off to 20, so 22 to 20, and finish with 22. Down here, just an octave lower, so 3, 6 on the B, 5, 8 on the E, pick the 10 and then bend the 10, so pick it and then pick it again and bend up a step, which means you should have done that up here with the 22. I think I said bend straight away, but you'd actually be going. So if we play exactly the same thing down this end, it's going to be 3, 6, 5, 8, 10. Pick again and bend one step. Don't sound the release. Pick again, pull off back to the 8, and then pick the 10 again. So. Plenty of vibrato, solo over. So the second half of that solo, at a slightly slower pace, is going to be. right from the start, the whole solo, again slightly slower, is going to be... That's your lot. Hopefully that wasn't too drawn out. Yeah, I could have gone quicker, but I feel like that would have... I would have made mistakes and it wouldn't have explained it all that well. Anyway, Gary Moore, brilliant guitarist. This is a really, really good solo to learn. I really enjoyed learning it and playing it. And it teaches you lots of good kind of tricks, especially the way he incorporates those hammer-on and pull-offs, that kind of legato technique amongst these runs is really a good skill to have. So yeah, I'll put some sort of backing track up, whether it's another YouTube post or whether I'll put it into I'm toying with the idea of a Patreon page, don't know yet. But it'll be some sort of backing track to help you play along, and yeah, let me know if you've got any questions. Lovely. See you next time. Thank you. Bye.